Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, one of the old guards, one of the old decks, Mindsplice Control. So I haven't played this deck in the longest time ever, like 5 million years ago when this was still relevant in the standard metagame. The Mindsplice Apparatus, making all of your instants and sorcery spell cost one less each turn, increasingly one less each turn. It was an amazing card when it was relevant in the metagame, but now there's a lot of anti-counter spell cards like Caverns. There are a lot of control decks out there that does just kind of mill us, making this slightly worse. So I'm going to try this deck again in today's metagame with some new renditions. So the deck now runs Devious Cover-Up and also Invasion of Archivals. Usually it's one or the other for my decks, but I put both of them in the deck so that I can counter them, but also have an Invasion of Archivals in case they try to mess with my graveyard somehow. On the other side of that, I also have a new inclusion from Eldraine, the Candy Trail. Candy Trail is very good at helping us scry, fixing our draws in the early game, but also giving us more card draw and more life when we sacrifice it. It's a food clue, so it does get both of those. So that's very important, and that's why it is in the deck. Now let's talk about the whole deck list. So in the early game, we have Candy Trail, 4 off, and then 2 March of Otherworldly Light, and then also, let's see, 2 Syncopate. I did not want to put too many Syncopates in the deck because Caverns of Souls. So Syncopate is good, but not fantastic like it was back in the day, and it's just really a side part of what the rest of the deck is meant to do. We also have something that is a new inclusion I absolutely love for Get Lost. I love Get Lost. It's such a good card. Destroy target creature, enchantment, planeswalker, whatever. You get some map tokens. Have fun with that. And then we also have 2 Soul Partition just to have an extra removal and also to protect some of our things like a Mindsplice Apparatus or an Invasion of Archivals. We have 2 Sunside Reverie against mono red decks, against burn decks. We also have 3 Silver Scrutiny if we need any form of card draw. Then we also have life gain in terms of 3 Union and 1 Celestis for ramp. Then in the 4 drop, we got 4 Mindsplice Apparatus. You need to have 4 of it in the deck. I see some deck lists runs 3. I don't agree with that. You need to have 4, not because you need to have multiple ones, but you need to draw one as soon as possible. This deck does not function that well without Mindsplice. 2 Devious Cover-Up for that counterspell that also recycles the deck. Then we have 4 Sunfall. Sunfall is very good, and I actually cut White Sun's Twilight just to have 4 Sunfall because we need to consistently build a board wipe on turn 5 rather than turn 7. Then we have 1 Invasion of Archivals, and then for a special kicker, I have 2 Farewells in the deck. A lot of decks runs 1. I want 2 Farewells. I just want to make sure I can exile the whole board whenever I need to. In the land base, we got 1 Eiganjo, 3 Plains, 3 Islands, 1 Otawara, but then 3 Adarkar Wastes, 3 Seachrome Coast, and then 4 Deserted Beach. I actually cut an Adarkar Waste and 1 Seachrome Coast to have more basic lands because I want to run 1 Blast Zone and 3 Field. It could be Demolition Field, it could be Field of Ruin, it could be, 2-1 or 1-2, but I wanted to have 3 field cards because of all the man lands out there. It's pretty good, but whenever we do this, we also need to have basics in our deck. So that's why there are basic plains and islands in the deck. I also have 2 Murex for kind of that end game sort of just win con, which is, I'm grinding it out here, I'm going to attack you with little 1-1 Toxic Mites. Now, that's the whole deck list. You can see that we have 24 lands. Not a lot of lands in the deck because we got Candy Trails to help us kind of filter. And then we got 1 Celestis for ramp. Now, in addition to that, of course, Invasion of Archivals gave us a sideboard. And in the sideboard, we should only include instant and sorcery because that's the only thing we can fetch out. So what are we going to have? 3 Expendable Augury. In case we're playing against a controlling meta, we want to be able to draw and also proliferate our Mindsplice Apparatus. We got 1 Witness the Future. In case our opponent kind of messes with our graveyard somehow, we can still get to recycle our graveyard with 1 Witness the Future, and we can witness onto like Devious Cover-Up so that we can get that infinite cycle. And then also 3 White Sun's Twilight. If we, these board wipes not enough, the White Sun's Twilight is in the sideboard. These are only good cards when we need to fetch them out against specific deck lists. So that's why I'm not putting 3 in the main board like a lot of decks do. I'm putting them in the sideboard since the invasion can fetch it out. that's the whole deck list. Most of this deck is going to play at flash speed. The only sorceries are, you don't want to count the Silver Scrutiny as a sorcery because we cast an instant to draw 3. The Celestis is a sorcery, the Invasion of Archivals is a sorcery, and then the Board Wipes obviously are sorcery. But you know, all these smaller removals and counterspells, they're all instant speed. So that's the deck list. Let's go and try out the deck. Mindsplice Apparatus. How are you still doing? I used to love this deck because I felt it was so good, but then I felt like it was not good enough in a lot of the earlier meta games, and I'll drain just because everyone's running Emperor in their white deck, and this deck really can't slot in an Emperor since it's not instant sorcery. And I felt bad. Oh, this also feels bad. What the heck is this? Go first, 3 get lost. Can I keep this hand though? I need to draw land number 3. I have 24 lands in the deck. Am I likely to draw land number 3? Do I get rid of 3 get lost? Because these cards are dead cards until I can draw a land. And then once I draw a land, these are not dead cards anymore. So, oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep. This is the first time I'm playing this apparatus deck. I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope. I don't even need to draw a white mana. Just any mana will do because the Celestis. But you know, not looking good here. Never mind. Still got it. All right, Seachrome Coast, Deserted Beach. Probably a counterspell. Do I want to Celestis into his counterspell? He's got nothing, so he's got a counterspell, right? I don't want to Demolition Field nothing. Let's just go to my turn. Otawara is pretty good. Not great, but it's something. He's just got counterspells. I don't want to Mind Splice into a counterspell, right? And he hasn't played anything yet, so I will also not play anything yet. I can Celestis. If it gets underneath, make this appear. That's pretty good. You could Wandering Emperor here. Memory Deluge. That's also very good for our opponent. Oh, control matchups, like control mirrors are kind of tricky to play. For me, at least. I'm used to playing like from behind with a control deck and try to come back. Oh, it's a mill deck. Okay. So, that changes a lot of things. Do we just drop the apparatus here? He can farewell. That's not good, right? So let's just not play anything. Okay, well, I needed 4 get lost, apparently. I don't need a Sunfall against this deck, but I also don't need 4 get lost, so I guess Anchorage, huh? Interesting, you drop that into my field, right into my field. All right, so guess we will. Do I even want to? I guess I'll do it. It's not really good, but it's also not really doing much in my hand. Against this deck, the apparatus won't even do anything. Because against control, we're going to get all the mana we need and all the time we need. The only worry that you should have is whether or not you mill out your deck. Right? Whether or not you run out of cards in your deck. Realm Breaker. They start milling us already. Gotta get to 3. We don't have any artifact removal. 4 get lost. None of those targets artifacts. Scrutiny's good. So we just pass turn here. They are gonna mill us. That's. I need to get a land. Annoying. Also, I will lose my Celestis when I get to 3 for the Blast Zone. I don't like that, but it is what it is, you know? Do I just break his Anchorage right now? Yeah, I don't want to draw any more lands, and the end creature's annoying because I have to keep the lands open. So let's break his end creature right now, that way I can draw. He's probably gonna mill me again. Right? He's gonna take my field, but it's tapped, so it's not very useful for him. I don't have any man land, so I don't really care if he wants to break something. My blast zone is the last card. He already took my island. Do I want more plains or more islands? I have 2 islands, so I have 2 plains, so none of this matters. Just get another island. Yeah, I don't need that. So let's... add a blue. Gotta have to use our blast zone here. Annoying. Let's take out his realm breaker. We have so many get lost.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water. Until next time, then. Guards, to me!
And then we help him with the map token, but we had to do it this turn or he makes another one, and where we go from there, right? They get a land. Look at the number of lands they have. That's just insane. I mean, I can get a lot from Mindsplice, assuming they don't have counter spells, but they probably do, right? We can take these damage for a while. That's a farewell. That's... there really isn't anything in the graveyard that we care about. Do I want to draw cards right now? He can probably counter it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can draw 5 cards and make this a hero counter that. So... we'll just Sunfall him for a 1/1 token. That feels dumb. But my Sunfall also isn't doing anything, so... you know what? Let's do it. He has a lot of card draws. He's got Memory Deluge again. Yep. Alright, in response to that, I can draw a bunch of cards. Not the cards I wanted to draw, but, you know, it is what it is. Against that kind of control deck, I don't really have anything else I can do. Also already on end turn, so I'm just gonna have to sit here and take it. They landed a Realm Breaker very early. They only have 1, and they landed it very early. That's annoying. Jace, plus it. I dare you to plus it.
Kapash.
He's not gonna. I don't have 20. He doesn't have 20, so he doesn't get to draw 3 cards. He should plus it. Wouldn't that be smart if you plus it? God damn it. 9. Well, I got 1 cover-up note.
And your entire mind unravels.
We draw a land. That's annoying. So, you know what? Let's make him help us filter. Get lost. Negate? Oh no. Whatever will I do? You know how many get lost I have in my hand?
None of this calculates.
Alright, let's see if he wants a demolition field, my field. Memory Deluge. The card that keeps on giving. He has a green for some reason. I wonder if that's just a Triumph for the sake of having a Triumph. Any other other game, this would have been a good opener, a good hand. But against Blue Eye Control, we're just gonna be on the back foot. But they did waste 1 negate on Get Lost. That's very fun for us. Should we start fielding his creatures? Or his, Nah, there's no need, right? These are terrible draws. Honestly, like, as bad as it can get. Our opponent has pretty good draws. Meanwhile, we have horrendous draws. Do we want to exile his graveyard and exile our own graveyard? Takes out our Devious Cover-Up. That's one of them. Gone. That feels really bad, right? We get rid of... I mean, they're just going to cast Memory Deluge in response, so I don't think there's any reason to do that. I really wish I had my Scrutiny back. That's really needed here. Invasion of Archivals would be very good, but also did not mill it, right? Didn't mill it. Okay, good. So we still have some good cards, but don't probably get us, owned. Can I afford to let the Emperor? I mean, the Emperor's gonna do some stuff anyways. But can I afford to let the Emperor out? It'll be fine.
May your blade strike true.
It's not doing much, right? I think I'm more afraid of him milling me than dealing damage. Wow, really? Right into my open mana? That is not smart. I'm pretty sure I still have a Plains left. Yeah, still have a Plains left. He has a lot of cards, but how many of those are just removal? Hey, look, you got another Emperor. He's going to keep that. That's for sure. Well, he's not drawing more lands. Because he's going to keep holding that Emperor. Do I just march it? Okay, so if that's the case, I'm not marching.
Keep watch for intruders.
I'll take the damage. That's not really doing anything to me. My turn. Man, such a big Mind Splice. If only I have something that's not worthless. Alright, let's Sunfall this first. See if he has a counterspell. I mean, how many counterspell does he run in that deck? Guess we're about to find out. Or rope. You can always do that. He has Devious Cover-Up in this stupid mill deck? You kidding me now? Alright, do I even want to keep playing this then? Feels really bad. He has Devious Cover-Up. That's just dandy. Alright, you know what? Does he have another removal? Yeah, give it to Arena to put you against your worst matchup. That's, shame. You get to kill the Emperor.
I still have much to learn.
Candy Trail. I mean, I guess he has to make this. No, he doesn't have anything that like to make disappear. Invasion. Ooh. Okay, so I'm hoping he doesn't draw his counterspell next turn because My invasion's gonna have to save me from his shenanigans. Farewell, my board. Okay. Does he have a counterspell? If he does, I'm gonna peace out. He does. Okay, peace out. That is ridiculous. All right, our opponent gets the best draw on us, and is a better version of our deck in all ways. Thanks, Arena, for matching us up. I've never seen that deck run anywhere that's not just getting owned left and right. Right, the mill deck does not run Devious Cover-Up. What would be the point of you recycling your deck while milling your opponent's deck? That's like a burn deck running Life Gain. That's just... Oh man, I'm so salted. I am salted, but I'm also very salty because that deck is just worse against all other decks except ours. We're gonna go first. We got 4 lands and then just removal. Going first meaning that they're not aggro, so we'll say hi, but I don't even know what's gonna happen. Alright, they're definitely not an aggro deck since we get to go first. They're also on the cool looking sleeves and cool looking avatar, so they're definitely also not the mono red type. I guess they're kind of an aggro deck, right? The Spiteful Mage thing. Alright, we've played. We're not a lower life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we played this right now, we would have also 6 cards in our hand. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we play this, we only have 5, so we draw 2 cards and we get 2 1-1s. That's pretty good. No reason not to do that there. They can make the Hex Mage big, but who cares? Destroy target creature opponent control with mana value 2 or less. Create a food token, and then put a Wicked Rogue. Alright, you got a lot of things going on there. But I got a Mirix. Not attacking. Food token. Braids. Counterless, pay 1. Braids Dex is interesting. I guess we'll Canny Trail before we do anything else. Wicked Roll, right? What does the Wicked Roll do? +1/+1. Alright, that's totally fine. Ooh, okay. Mindsplice is very good. Devious Cover-Up, that's definitely good, but do I want it in my... Do I want to draw it? Okay, fine. I will draw it because these are good cards. We'll Otawara, and then we'll Union next turn. That way we'll draw 2 cards, right? Yeah, that's pretty important here. 4/3. It's going to destroy my other creature. We'll take it. Underdog. Alright, so the Devious Cover-Up is a good card to have in our hand, but we're gonna have to take a turn off to cast this apparatus. Pretty scary to do that. But then, all the removal gets turned on, and then we're good. He can't really stop this, because this is a black deck against artifacts. We get a tap land, so... there is that. We can counter and remove 1 card. We cannot counter and remove 2 cards. Blitz out Underdog? I guess we'll counter that. Yeah. Seems fair. Take action. will also tell his underdog to get Partition, right? So that gets exiled, and he has to cast it for 4. We'll also take 1 whenever this dies. That's... Ooh, the invasion is very good. But we kind of need to have our mana open this turn. He can play that for 4. I don't think that's that good. How good is the invasion then? If we invade, what can we get on our sideboard? That's License Twilight. Alright, well, I guess there's that, right? Can they deal enough damage to us next turn to kill us? If they play Shieldred, deal 4 damage, we'll go down to 3. Actually, if they just blitz out underdog, we die, so let's not do that. I'm confused. You can blitz that for more? I guess we'll take 4 and I'll gain a life. Let's gain a life first. Maybe we'll get something. That's a land. And then we'll tell the Hex Mage to get lost. Go down to 9. Go down to 6. Alright, I can draw 2 cards with the Scrutiny. But I want to draw a lot of cards with the Scrutiny. Right? I want to draw a lot of cards. So, right now I can draw 5 cards with the Scrutiny. Actually, no, if I land. So I can draw 6 cards. Or the Archivos. The Archivos is not really that good right now. It can give us the 1 card that we need. But then if they blitz out an underdog and then play a Shieldred, they can't do that, right? They don't have enough mana for that. So we could also just draw 3 cards. And hopefully those 3 cards are something useful. 4 cards, maybe? What can we get for 4 cards? Let's draw 5 cards, right? All of our instants and sorcery are reduced. So, there we go. That's what we like to see. Alright, double union. Good luck. We'll take that damage. Yeah, let's take the damage. I don't think he can burst 3 damage on us in any way. Oh no, I'm at 3. What else? Whatever would I do? I'm at 10 now. And now I'm at way more than 10. Ha! That was a game. Alright, so what do we do with the Invasion of Archivos now? Because I don't... Do I even want License Twilight against that? I don't think I do. Let's get a Candy Trail and see what we can get. We can definitely March. I don't want another Mindsplice. A Union's okay. That's a free draw. We can March his underdog. So we got that. Oh no, underdog. Submit 0. We'll March that. Still got a Syncopate. Counter unless you pay 4, because that's free. G. Alright, so Mindsplice Apparatus can definitely beat black decks. That's 100% certain because they don't really handle artifacts very well. Decks that don't handle artifacts basically let us kind of blow out of control. The way we lost that first game is definitely because of the stupid Realm Breaker they top decked very early, right? And that's how we lost that game. So, you know what? I'm gonna go play another game. I have a little bit more time, and hopefully I don't regret this choice. I really like this deck. I wish I can play more games of this, but you know, every day I want to switch up the daily content. Otherwise, I'd just be playing blue-white control every day, and no one wants to watch that. This is a horrendous hand. Look at this. 2 Sunfalls, Plains, Murex, Celestis. So we need to draw land number 3, and hopefully land number 4, and then this will be a reasonable response. But it really depends on what they're playing too. If they're a combo, these are not really that good. But you know what? I'm gonna try to keep, because if I die fast, then I die fast. Alright, another blue-eye control. So, do I want to cast this? This doesn't do anything other than drawing me a card, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it doesn't do anything other than draw me a card, but I'm going to need to draw cards as quickly as I can so I can Celeste this in. Starts playing creature here, I'll be pretty annoying. Alright, let's see that make this appear. No? Okay. Very good for us. Blue-white. Oh, okay. Again, we're fighting against a control deck. Look at the draws that we have. Against control? This is horrendous. Oh my gosh. Alright, so that's... Do we want to drop our invasion? You can't really fight against an invasion. Would he have a counterspell against an invasion right now? What do we get from the invasion? We don't have to always get sideboard, right? What do we have on the sideboard? Experimental Augury, it's just okay, but not great. I think I'm going to drop this. I don't know if he has counterspells right now, but if he does, he does. It is what it is. Union. Okay, he doesn't have counterspell, but this can help us get Silver Scrutiny. So it's your library. Or do I get a counterspell? No, I think I want to get Silver Scrutiny. That's a very good card to fight whatever he has. He has Apparatus. We can't make Apparatus get lost. We could farewell his Apparatus, but we'll get rid of our own Celestis. That's painful, right? That's very painful. But we have to do it this turn, because basically this is the only turn we can do it. All artifacts. Do I care about graveyards? There's nothing really in the graveyard on either of our side. So, yeah, just all artifacts. Get rid of my own Celestis just to get rid of his Apparatus. We both go down 1 mana. I don't know how. I've never seen an Apparatus deck on Arena. Now, I'm fighting a mirror match against one. I want to do that? Right into my Silver Scrutiny? What was the point of that? Do I want to draw 3 cards here? It's pretty good, right? He probably has a gauntlet of counterspells in his hand, so the card draw is going to be pretty important here. Double Blast Zone is interesting. I guess he wants to Murex out. Huh. How do I fight against Murexing out? Because he's going to have more and more Murex tokens. Land first. Still not enough though, so do I want to farewell here or do I want to just Sunfall? When he has 4 mana left. Oh, he has 5 mana left. He probably has a Devious cover up or a Syncopate. So we'll cast a Farewell here. No, I need that Farewell against his Mindsplice. Yeah, all these feels bad, right? Let's draw a card first. Looks like there's a stick. Soul Partition is not very important. Not in this deck anyways. He can definitely get the Blast Zone up to 4. See what he plays. Alright, if he does the Mirror's thing, I can do this thing. But basically, if they have a board wipe, or not a board wipe, if they have a removal to the Mindsplice, we're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat a lot of it. But if he doesn't, we can come back from that. Alright, so let's Sunfall. Here's a Mirror's token. Taps his Blast Zone for some reason. There's no Planeswalker in that deck. They can definitely get lost. Alright, do I turn this live here? He can march it? Or do I use my Scrutiny right now and draw like 5 million cards? He's got 2 Mirrors, but he only activate 1. Right? So Scrutiny right now draws me... I don't have to draw that many. Let's just draw... if I draw 3, I can cast at instant speed. But does attacking the invasion do anything here? You can definitely remove it. I guess I want him to remove it on my turn so that he wastes his mana. He's just gonna let that go. Alright, if that's the case, we'll draw 3 cards now. I'll have a counter spell and a get lost up. Okay, good. Get lost. Sure. Look at all those tokens he has. I need more counter spells. I need a lot more counter spells. I will pass turn. Oh, we'll pass to our turn. That's what I meant to say. Now we're on 3. March is gonna be pretty important here. So we're gonna attack the invasion again. He's letting our double cast happen, which is funny. You can also get lost. I have a lot of get lost. You can get all those quick study. Alright, you draw those cards. Our Mindsplice is so much ahead of theirs. And the fact that they're not using their Blast Zone to kill Mindsplice is very awkward here. So, yeah. Those are some blockers you got. my turn. He discards his Silver Scrutiny. Ooh, that's questionable. What do we do here? We Soul Partition 1, we can march double when we attack, right? Or do we just attack anyways and have him block? If he double blocks here, it doesn't die. Alright, you know what? Soul Partition is less useful, so let's get rid of one right now. Will you let that happen? Block and trade. Okay. Get lost on my 3/3. Alright, fine. You got that. Alright, now let's scrutiny for how many? 4, 5, 6. Scrutiny for like 7 cards. Well, actually, no. Scrutiny for 5 cards. Like, we want to be able to keep the Mirrors up, right? Scrutiny for 4 cards, actually. No, 5. Okay, I will tap 1, 2, 3 mana. I still have a lot of mana, so it's scrutiny for that mana. I don't need another apparatus. No. I can play a land. I haven't played a land this turn, huh? Okay, so let's drop a land. Do I want a candy trail? How many lands do I have open now? Not enough. Let's just end turn here. Double Mirrors is very scary. Quick Study, yeah, that's fine. You can draw. I don't know why you would put Quick Study in your deck instead of Silver Scrutiny. It's not that good. It's just like in a lot of other situations, it is good. Excuse me there. But in this situation, I don't think it's that good. So he's gonna let it happen. We're gonna get the double. From Coast. Let us get a candy trail. Alright, Sunfall. I think Sunfall's okay, right? Sunfall's not a bad card. He can't really stop it. And then Syncopate is a good card, but I need some card draws. Honestly, like I don't last that long without card draws, and I already have enough Syncopates. So I think I'm gonna toss both of these. I can march it right now. And there's not much you can do about that. March one of those. We'll draw a card. Not a lot of card draw in our deck, but at least those are card draws. We'll also get one of these. Mirrors tokens. Out of turns up table. Alright, we got Get Lost, we got Sunset Reverie. Sunset, how many cards in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I cast one. It will force him to play a card. At the very least. Sure. Why not? I don't get anything out of the copy, but you know, give us double the life. Let's draw some cards first. I draw 2 cards this way. Could be something good. Sunfall, okay. What's the next card? Mirix. Now I can play a land. Now I can double Mirix. It's gonna double Mirix? Sure. You know you're letting me have that double get lost. I gotta put a stop here. This is so hard to like target correctly. You have so many map tokens. What are you gonna do with it? I mean, if he had just used the blast zone on get it up to 4 and kill my Mindsplice Apparatus, this stuff wouldn't happen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count unless he pays. Oh, count unless you pay 6. Actually, no. Let's devious cover. And put some stuff back, like a scrutiny, and another scrutiny, like another scrutiny, and then do I have another devious cover up? No. Let's put back a march. We'll do the same thing. March, scrutiny, scrutiny, scrutiny. Take action, and the second one will just fizzle. Populate. Count unless you pay 6. Take action. Count unless you pay 6. And quit. GG. Haha. Oh man, we were so close to losing that game, but it was dragged out. It was very dragged out, but we came out on top. We're the better apparatus because we got rid of their apparatus. Playing into our turn 6? I would think not. Well, playing into our turn 5 with 6 mana? Yeah, take that farewell and shove it. Alright, so Mindsplice Apparatus, it is my favorite version of the blue-white control. Obviously, it's not the strongest version. And on Arena, when you queue up, Arena will say, hey, you know what? You're playing blue-white. Let's have you fight other blue-whites. That's what you want to do, right? And that's unfortunate, but that's sometimes how Arena Matchmaker works. This deck is fun. This deck is good. This deck is very amazing when you play it in the right style. I'm not saying I'm doing it 100% right, but I am very well trained in this deck compared to other decks because I play this kind of style in a lot of other formats. Fun. Very fun deck. Very controlly, very grindy, but when you do grind out your opponent, it's very satisfying win. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.